Go. Hey folks, up tonight on the Jeff and Dan Show, it's quick porn facts.
And the funniest porn titles.
Top 10 most important things in life.
The top 25 most popular familiar female porn stars.
The dark side of pornography.
Categories of porn.
The most interesting factoids about porn.
Euphemisms for masturbation.
And finally, things you didn't know were fetishes. That's all coming up tonight on the Jeff and Dan Show. Okay, maybe not that one.
Who's the greatest guys you met? Jeff and Dan, Jeff and Dan. Who's gonna be hard to forget? Jeff and Dan, Jeff and Dan. Tune in your bad moods. Jeff and Dan, Jeff and Dan. Get you laughing crazy dudes. Jeff and Dan, Jeff and Dan. Pull up a blunt and sit right down because it's time for the Jeff and Dan Show. Here we go.
It's Wednesday. It's 7 o'clock. It's time for the Jeff and Dan Show. That's right, baby. You're tuned into the Jeff and Dan Show.
She came a little late.
I knew if I work with her, though, it would happen. Good evening, everybody. I'm Jeff from the Jeff and Dan Show, and sitting right across from me is my co-host, Mr. Jeff. Say hello to Jeff.
Hey, what is happening, my man?
Not much, man. How are you?
I am pretty good.
Yeah, are we ready to rock tonight?
Yes, what are we doing tonight?
We are doing porn.
Yes, right you are, sir. Tonight we're talking about porn. The main reason guys invented the fist bump. To be honest, that's exactly why we created the fist bump. Nobody wants to touch hands anymore. Fuck that. So, yes. But I got to tell you, man, all the research, everything going through all this porn, it was hard. Really, really hard. Which is interesting, man. So, there's a lot of things we can go through tonight, as a matter of fact. But the thing is, growing up when we had porn, we didn't have the internet. So it wasn't so simple as just to go out there and start finding whatever porn and, doing your business. It really had to be when we were growing up, we had to memorize our porn stars. Because if you wanted to rent a tape, you needed to know who you wanted to see. It's not like that now. So almost any porn star today is expendable, but the ones from the 80s and 70s and 90s, even somewhat a little bit the 90s, they were not expendable. You had to know who they were. And as a matter of fact, we'll read a list of some of the ones tonight.
Some of the famous porn stars that are women.
Yeah, and there's a little throw out there for the men.
I don't really care about that.
Yeah, I don't care about that either.
I don't even really care.
I did try to find the ones that did all straight porn, that is, guy-wise, anyhow. Girl-wise, I don't really care, because you're about to find out exactly why that doesn't matter. Yes, so one hot night onto pornography, sir.
One hot night.
What would we like to do first?
Well, I think maybe we should set up the lights first.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Get the cameras in the right position.
Let's do some quick porno facts.
Let's find the quick porno facts.
Yeah,
that sounds like a fucking winner to me.
Yeah.
How's about I read one and you read the next? Do you have that list?
Oh yeah, I got it right here in front of me.
Okay, well I'm gonna zoom this out a little bit here and tune that down a little bit. So we're gonna do quick porn facts. Basically, what we're gonna do is we're gonna shoot through this list, blow our load all over everything, and get done and come out on the other end. It's not the first time I've come on ends. Anyway, so I'll read the first one here. The first one is: the sex industry is the largest and most profitable industry in the world, which includes pornography, prostitution, which is legal or illegal, strippers, and phone sex. Now, you don't even have to really throw the prostitution in there, because you'll see very shortly that it could just be the pornography by itself. That's pretty much, it quantifies like the whole industry. So, that's the first fact.
13,000 adult films are produced annually.
Yes.
Generating a whopping $13 billion. In comparison, Hollywood made only 507 movies for $8 billion.
Right.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. See, that's the desperation between the two of those. The pornography industry makes more money than the NFL, the NBA, and the MLB, Major League Baseball, combined. That's a lot of money. And it also has more money than the three biggest networks, ABC, NBC, and CBS combined. And it makes more money annually than Microsoft, Amazon, or Google individually.
And I honestly, for the life of me, do not see how.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, especially now.
Yeah.
We're about to discover that, though. We're about to discover how this is all changing. So
Okay.
keep going. What do you got?
At any given second of the day, there are around 30 million people visiting porn sites.
Any second of the day. Think about that for a second. Any second, there's 30 million people right now looking at porn. That's crazy. With the blossoming of the feminine powers around the world, women are coming into their own, or they're coming into their home, whichever you want to call it. The most searched terms are lesbian, but used to be cream pie.
Oh.
Yes, which is the internal cum shot. But yeah, lesbian is now becoming the number one, and we'll go over those here in a few minutes, statistics-wise.
In North Korea, viewing porn is punishable by death.
Yeah.
Not because you've had porn, but because you had electricity to run it.
Right. Yeah. And the food to sustain yourself, they actually have any type of cum. About 1/2 of the internet is made of porn or porn-related content.
I can believe that.
I believe it.
Average age we're exposed to pornography now, age 10.
Yeah, 10-year-olds, man. You believe that shit?
Yes, that's probably around. It's probably around mine.
Yeah, 10 that. Hey, do me a favor. Pull your mic over towards you a little bit more.
Sorry, Mike.
Yeah. Our buddy Mike.
Okay, how about that?
Yeah, about 25% of all daily searches are seeking porn.
Men make about 3 times the money making gay porn.
Yeah, so in other words, they make one times usually like $300 if they do straight porn. But if that's per day. But if they do gay porn, the numbers go a lot higher. They can go up to $1,500 a day, which is crazy. I mean, if you're just changing the sex a little bit, boom, all of a sudden, The U.S. is the largest porn manufacturer in the world, followed distantly by Germany.
Another porn movie is created every 39 minutes in the United States. Not even including amateur pornography, a wholly different kind of porn.
That's right, because we don't include that necessarily when it comes to what porn we're actually talking about here. Although amateur porn, homemade porn, the stuff where people turn the cameras on themselves and get me off, it definitely does get counted in as the total. And when we're looking at a lot of the totals, but when we're talking about actual pornography, we're talking about the companies that make it. A study shows that a majority of men watching porn pay more attention to a woman's face, not her parts. So in other words, when guys are watching porn, for whatever fucking reason they're doing it, they're looking at the woman's face. Want to know why? Got an idea why? Why they're looking at her face?
I'm not sure why.
Because they want to see that she's actually getting enjoyment from what she's doing.
Oh.
Yeah, it's true. Watch next time, man. If you ever watch porn, ever.
I don't really watch anybody watching porn.
Yeah. Well, whenever people are watching it, I'm over there and sneaking and looking in their window.
Are you looking at the face? Are you looking at her face? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to spoil the moment. But you can rewind. Were you looking at her face?
I'm taking a survey. Fuck it, man. It's collegiate. Come on.
I'm with the Nelson family? The dark side of Nelson family?
No, not the Nielsen, the Nelson. We're the Nelson families. That's what it is. We do porn. Anyway, next up.
A study shows that...
I already did that one. Next one.
Oh, that in the next one?
Yes, sir.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Several scientific studies conclude that teenagers all over the world use internet pornography to learn about real sex. What a shame.
Yeah. It's unfortunate.
That's a shame.
Yeah. And you think about it, that's just horrible because it's not exactly, the right thing to have to go to. You know what I mean? I actually watched a porn movie one time where the content of the movie was a woman and a man trying to get pregnant by having anal sex. And I was like, you know what? If you don't know the right shit here, then you're fucked. And it's basically what it is. And even for this.
I've been watching the movie for 7 damn months. Your stomach didn't rise.
Yeah, did you know sperm travels at exactly 26 miles per hour?
No, I didn't.
Carol didn't know that either, but now she has a cane and sunglasses. Yes. All right, so 10% of all internet users admit to having an online porn addiction. Hey, I'm part of that right here. Hip, hip.
Daily use of pornography can make a man lose his libido and even cause erectile dysfunction.
Yep, that's actually very, very true. And it's becoming a widespread thing. It's actually pretty bad. States that have the least gay-friendly policies, like Texas, Ohio, and Mississippi, actually have some of the highest numbers for gay porn consumption. In the closet much?
It sounds like it to me.
Yeah.
Porn sites as a whole get about 450 million visits a month.
Yeah.
This is more than Netflix, Twitter, and Amazon combined.
Or almost half of what Jeff and Dan get. Almost. In a survey done by Marie Claire, which is a magazine, in 2015, 62% of women said that when they watch porn, they watch it on their smartphones. And when we get to the stats later, you'll see this.
In states where prostitution is illegal, it is also legal to film and perform pornography. With that said, if a prostitute would bring a fake contract for her producer and set up a camera to film the session, she could not be charged with prostitution, which is protected as free speech under the First Amendment.
Yes, porn's considered free speech under the First Amendment. So she wouldn't get busted, and that's a really great way for prostitutes to be able to do their trade legally. He would be acting as a producer and an actor, and all they'd have to do is record the shit. And when they're satisfied that everything is all on the up and up and good and they can leave, they can erase the tape. So, hey, it's always, it's pretty good. The porn industry has seen an 80% reduction in DVD sales over the past decade.
Again, that brings up my earlier question.
Right.
I'm waiting for it to be answered.
Now, if they lost 80% of their DVD sales, how much money did they actually lose? But apparently it's not that much because they're still making money hand over fist. So, yeah. All right. So we got one more thing.
Nearly 2.5 billion emails per day are pornographic, which is 8% of all emails.
Yeah. Isn't that wild?
Yes, in the defense of us Americans, that once one of them porn sites get one of them once it's all spam.
Yeah.
It's a lot of it is spam.
Yeah. Increase your penis size by looking at this chick. Basically what it comes down to. All right, sir. So those are wicked and wild facts about pornography. Now we have a better understanding of just what's going on in the world. What should we do next?
Let's just go right on down the script list.
All right.
That our producers made for us.
Yes, let's do the...
Coming up next on the Jeff and Dan Show, examples of porn categories.
No. Oh, you're just going to go straight down the... I gotcha. Okay.
Yeah,
no. Cool.
Okay.
That's cool. You can do that.
All right.
Yes, sir. There are actually 1,356 categories total.
Oh, my God.
Of legal, and that changes daily, pornography categories. Everything that you could potentially think of is in that list. If you go to Porzo.com, which used to be TubeStack went out of business. But basically what they do is they, run around the web and they figure out who's got porn and they figure out what porn they're showing and they classify it. They put it into a category under its own, and you can then find it. Now, it's also cross-referenced. So if you wanted to look up lactation or milking, like a mom, and then mom, okay? So you have lactation and mom. That video could show up for both of those. See what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So it's cross-referenced like that. But basically, I'm going to read down the first side. You read down the second side.
Oh, I thought maybe I could just read the ones that I like.
Oh.
You read the rest.
I'll use the rest. I mean, what? I will read down the first side. You read down the second side. Because there's a lot of weird shit on the other side, though. So here's some of the categories that porn is divided up into. Amateur, which is just anybody homemade. We've kind of touched on that a little bit. Anal, Arab, which is interesting, Asian, BBW, which stands for Big Beautiful Women, BDSM, which is bondage, domination, sadomasochism, which is basically being tied up and getting beaten. Beach, I don't know why that's in there, but it is. I guess they want to see people on the beach. Big ass, big cock, big tits, bisexuals, black, blowjobs, British, CFNM. Do you know what CFNM is?
if I say I know what it is, then I'm guilty. If I
No, you're
say
not.
If I don't know what it is, then I'm a prude.
So you're fucked either way. You might as well just answer the question.
All right. Consolidated Freightways of New Mexico.
Yes, fucking in the back of trucks. That's what it's all about. Or trains. No, it's clothed female nude men.
Oh.
So in other words, it's a guy that's basically like a Chippendales dancer going up on a woman. She's at a party and she's fucking playing with his dick and doing all kinds of stuff. Yeah, exactly. She's like stroking with the beat.
Oh.
So cartoons.
Cartoons? What
yeah.
the fuck?
Cartoons. Yeah,
What the
cartoons
fuck?
are big porn. Yeah, there's a lot of porn. And Japanese porn, man, oh my God. Hentai and manga and all that shit. Man, oh yeah, it's all over. Cartoons. Then castings, which is an interesting one. It's only popped up within the last less than 10 years, which basically is just casting couches, where a guy says, we're hiring porn actresses for upcoming roles, and we need you to do a reading, and then they come in and then they like fuck them. Exactly. Okay, then we got celebrities, cream pie, which is the internal cum shot.
Why?
Why what? Celebrity cream pies?
No, why celebrities? I mean, okay, yeah, I understand the obsession with Kate Jackson. I get that.
Yeah,
But
you
do
go
I
to eat that
wanna
and
see
dust just blows right off of. Oh, she was in that movie Charlie's Anal. Oh, shit. You gotta be old to know what the fuck we're talking about. Anyway, celebrities. Dude, wait till you read these stats, man. Let me get you these stats. You're gonna be like, holy shit, because they're just fucking horrible. We're gonna fly through those, but yeah, man, they're just bad celebrity-wise.
Keep on keeping on.
Exactly. And then there's cuckold, which is the new term for a Democrat, if you're a Republican.
What is it?
Yeah, cuckold is when it can be several of different types of things. Different types of porn fall under cuckolding. If you're the wife that's cuckolding, then what happens is you follow what the husband tells you to do. So she goes and blows, black eyes or just, bums off the street or whatever and takes the wad. You know what I mean? And that's one form of cuckolding. And then there's the husband cuckolding, which is where he, allows his wife to get fucked, or she tells him, I'm going to fuck this guy and you have no choice. And then she goes over and starts fucking the dude. And then he's got to come over. She'll come over and she'll be like, make my pussy wider or something like that. And he has to go over and like touch the dude while, it's fucking horrible. There's one called Cuckold Cleanup, which is just, it makes me gag every time I even fucking see it. Yeah,
10 times now.
Yeah. I'm gagging. Okay, then there's dildo.
You missed one.
I'm sorry, cum shots.
Yeah,
I had one right there. Dildo, eating pussy, which is actually a category. It's fucked up, but it's actually a category. Femdom, which is, the women taking controls, kind of like cuckolding, but not really. Then foot job, which is pretty self-explanatory. French, futanari, which I have no fucking clue what futanari is. I have a feeling it's Japanese and it's something to do with pixelated pussy, but I have no idea. Gangbang, and then gay porn. Now, you read the other one. See, I took the gay porn for you and the bisexuals. So you're good to go.
German? Really? German?
Believe it or not, it's the number 2.
What?
They're the number 2 form of, when you go to other countries, they look for themselves. So Germany being one of the second largest internet, internet, they go to porn sites basically all the time. When they go to look, they do searches, they find German is what they go for first. They're looking for German women and German filming because they like that specific style. And there's an interesting way to that. And some of it's pretty sick. There's a lot of fucked up German stuff, man. It just blows your mind. Anyway, go ahead.
Girls masturbating.
Yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory.
Grannies.
Or gilfs. They're called grannies I'd like to fuck.
Group sex.
Uh-huh.
Hairy.
Yeah.
It just, it's hard enough finding people when want to work in a business, let alone find men named Harry.
Harry Reams. All right. He comes up later.
Hand jobs.
All right.
Hardcore.
Yeah, hardcore just means some really, really. It's all of this stuff is really hardcore.
That's
it's
what I
basically
thought.
all
It's
listed as
all
hardcore. Right. Triple X rated stuff is all hardcore. But when they say hardcore, they mean hardcore. They mean like you don't know if you're going to be able to finish watching the video because it's going to disturb you that much kind of shit.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. It's stuff that doesn't usually fit underneath other things like BDSM and things like that. But one of those I know for a fact, and you can't find this on regular porn sites, but some of the specialty porn sites, hardcore means things like choking out women, rape, stuff like that. That's what they mean by hardcore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Henacia?
Hente.
Hente?
Yeah, that's the one where it's Japanese cartoons.
Oh.
Yeah, anime.
Hidden cams?
Yep.
Homemade?
Yeah.
Isn't that amateur?
No, homemade's actually, it is the same thing technically, but amateur is usually movement of the camera, whereas homemade means it's just sitting there. See what I'm saying?
Oh,
like amateurs, like they tried to make it look like it's a porno, but it's really amateur.
Okay.
But then homemade is the kind where it just sits there on a tripod or something.
We just see one ass up and down.
Right,
That's
yeah,
all you
yeah.
see.
Cram it into a twat and, oh, God, look at that, a close-up.
Interracial?
Yes.
Isn't that the same as big cock?
Which is one they didn't have on the other side, BBC, which is always throws people off because if they're not expecting it with porn, BBC actually stands for big black cock.
Oh.
Yeah, so you're just kind of like, whoa, yeah. I thought it was a British Broadcasting Corporation. What the fuck, man?
What's wrong with Google?
I don't understand why he keeps bringing up pictures of naked black men. All I wanted to see was the fucking, there's these British shows from across the pond. Yeah. Anyway.
Japanese.
Yes.
Latina.
Yes.
So let's see. We have Japanese, Latina, any other racial group?
Arabs, Asians.
French,
Germans.
Yeah.
They divide it up and go all sorts of places, man. They really do. But that's the thing. When I first started watching porn, there was only 3 fucking categories. Now there's 1,356.
Mozambique.
They do have African porn. Don't try to go there too far.
Oh yeah, it's called National Geographic. They've been doing it for fucking years, man.
The first porn mag. All right.
That's one I never took to the bathroom with me. I'm sorry, I'm being ignorant.
No, it's good.
Next, lesbians.
Yes. Okay.
I just have to reflect on that for a second. I'm a pervert, I'm a hog, I know, but when I'm on the scent of something, MILFs, men I'd like to fuck.
Midgets I'd like to fuck.
Midgets.
That's not on here also, but it's one.
Massage.
Yep.
Okay.
Massage is actually men or women massaging usually another woman, and then they get into it. Like the real good massage pornography will be the woman looks like she's an actual masseuse giving the woman a massage, and then just happens to give her a happy ending.
I don't usually do this, but
she doesn't say anything. She just sort of goes in there and indulges in, and then the woman lifts her hips a little bit, and then all of a sudden she's just like all over that thing. So, yeah,
eating artichokes. Matures.
Yep.
Old and young.
Yes.
I'm assuming that means that old and young what?
Old and young people. I mean, old woman, young man, or old man, young woman.
Any combination of old and young? Old man, young man?
Yeah.
Or does that fall into gay porn? And does lesbianism fall into gay porn at all? I mean, it's gay porn.
Yeah, technically it does. It is, but it's weird because they don't classify lesbian as gay.
Gay men are not watching it.
Right. Yeah, it's usually when you go gay, it's like all gay men, and there's no women. Okay. So I don't know.
Next one, PAWG, PAWG.
That one has an interesting bearing on life. That one is pretty ass white girl or fat ass white girl. So it's usually a woman like, Kim Kardashian or something like that. She's got a enlarged booty, shall we say. She's a... Oh God!
I call that a fine ass.
Which I don't get into the chicks that have the large derrieres. It's not a great turn on for me. I don't know if it's shortened penis size since I had the car accident that took off 3/4 of it and made me only an 8-incher, or what, man. But yeah, something. I just don't like the women with the larger butts. Anyway, what else?
Porn for women.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Porn specifically for women has no women getting beaten in it. Basically, they're not being, savagely destroyed like being, some dude's spelling his name on her face or anything. It's just women enjoying sex that's very passionate and very open and very equalized between the two partners. So it's very soft. Let's just put it that way. It's soft. And that's exactly what it makes me. Very soft.
Homemade?
Yeah. Huh?
Is it homemade?
No, it's usually paid.
Okay.
Yeah,
She-males.
Yes.
Squirting. Why are those two next to each other?
Yeah.
Why does that spook me like that?
Because it's supposed to say she-male squirting. Oh, God. That's horrible. Yeah, no. Yeah, keep going. Let's just keep
Swingers.
going. Yes.
Teens.
Yeah.
Threesome.
Uh-huh.
Tight pussy.
Uh-huh.
How can you tell if it's tight pussy by looking at it on video?
Because you see the lips go in when a dick's pushing through it. So you see the lips go in, and she looks like she's a little bit uncomfortable. Yeah, that's usually it. She's like, I did not expect you to be 9.5 inches thick. Yeah.
Damn, even an elephant's going to be tight pussy.
He's like, damn, man. Shit, where you get that trunk at?
Vintage.
Yes. Vintage is the good stuff. I'm sorry, but it is.
Voyeur.
Yeah.
Webcams.
Yes. And that's basically there's just the general categories, and this is the short list according to xhamster.com, which is the, I believe, second most visited porn site on the planet right now because it's completely free and there's no bullshit. So, So I went to the next page and I don't see anything on there, so we're gonna have to skip that one.
Oh, I got it in my other
Oh, you
book.
got it. Okay, well you read it. Read it to us.
Yeah, okay.
Let's see. Let's hear it.
Okay. The dark side of pornography.
Wait.
Come to the dark side.
Wait, you can't be fucking... The dark side of pornography.
Your destiny lies with
These nuts.
Yeah, that's right.
your feelings for them are strong, especially for
These nuts.
Very good. So,
Darth Vader.
yeah, Darth. All right.
Okay, according to...
To your mic, man. To your mic.
Yeah.
Move your mic to
Sorry, maybe Mike should follow me around.
I know, right?
Yeah,
Tell that
according to Famify.com,
fucker. Okay.
there are 10 toxic side effects of pornography use. Not in any order. I'm just going to read them off real fast. Creates emotional bond with artificial world. Sex without intimacy. Unsatisfying. Triggers addiction cycle in the brain. That one I can definitely agree with.
Yeah.
Unfulfilling.
Yeah.
Okay. Great deception. Yes. Imitation of the real thing. Isn't that the great deception thing? Anyways, always hungry. No, that's weed that's doing that to you, man.
Yeah.
Escalation, that is true. You're always looking for something harder. Oh, geez.
Nice.
Okay, and according to All Pro Dad, he has 4 dangers of pornography. Addiction, ruined relationships, Well, if you're creating false relationships on the computer, how could it possibly go bad? You
I know, right? Yeah.
So, support human trafficking, which I can kind of see, not entirely, but I kind of see that. If I had actually time and I would have done my homework, I would have read that article. And the next generation. Now, the last article I have of the dark side of pornography.
Dark side.
Porn can change and rewire your brain. So it says. I have heard this before. Somehow the natural rewiring of the brain is always rewiring it itself. It's constant rewiring. If you don't use these wires, you lose these wires. It makes room for bigger freeways.
Yeah.
Or other freeways, I should say.
That makes sense.
And somehow, I can't explain it, of course, because I don't know, but from what I've heard and understand, that these porn highways, wires, just don't get replaced. There's something about them that just stick out. Anyways, a porn habit can escalate into twisted territory. Yes, it can. The third thing, according to this guy, is porn can be addictive. I think we can definitely all agree to that. Porn is like a drug.
Oh, yeah.
Porn is like a drug. Porn can heavily affect your sexual tastes.
Oh, yes. Yeah, especially over long periods of time.
Porn can affect your brain, similar to a drug. We just said that.
Yeah.
Porn can damage your sex life.
Yep.
What if you're not having any to begin with?
I guess, yeah, that's a good question because there are people that just don't.
I've had a conversation with somebody this past week about this actual subject of pornography, and I had said something along the lines of people who use it as a legitimate outlet, and I couldn't think of very many that were legitimate outlets, but I did think of like maybe one. What I don't understand, so correct me if I'm wrong or guide me in a new way.
Okay.
When you watch porn, how can I say this? If you're going to be a creep and you're going to go out and rape people, can your desire to rape people be tossed down the drain, if you will, with a couple of knuckle bangers?
Nah. I think it's a different part of your psyche.
Well, I mean, you toss one off in the shower, and you're not, at least a normal sexual person, and you're not going to have that overpowering urge, at least for half a day.
Yeah, for a little bit of time, yeah.
So do you think that would help there?
So if you're saying they did the knuckle chuckle and banged off some knuckle children, that it should work in their favor to prevent them from raping someone.
Right.
That could be, yeah. That might happen.
I mean, it'd be like medicine. You'd have to keep up with it, man. You'd have to keep up with it.
Right, that's the thing.
I mean, every 12 hours.
Every 12 hours. I'm getting there every 4 hours.
23 minutes. 23 fucking minutes. Yeah. No, I think that does hold merit then, yeah. Because there is a great drain.
A great dream?
A great drain. a drain of your thoughts and emotions. And I don't know if you've ever had this, but post-ejaculate guilt, which is a actual psychological thing where you've done something that you shouldn't have, and like this guilt rushes over you and you feel bad for what you've done.
Only when I was super young.
Well, I think
not knowing what I was doing.
I think getting off in the produce section was definitely one thing that made me feel that way. More than anything. Because, man, I'm not allowed back in the AMP anymore.
Sorry about your watermelons.
The cantaloupe is feeling just fine today.
What the hell? They look like bowling balls.
Shit. Anyway. So.
Next one on this gentleman's list is porn is full of lies. Without going through it, I can agree. I know what he means, because you see a porn movie and it is cut and take and retook and cut again.
Right.
And
just overlapped.
Pieced together.
It's looped.
You are looking at a beautiful piece of artwork.
Right.
And all those pimples on her ass are airbrushed out.
Yeah, 3.5 minutes of actual sex that they got through being able to do has been lengthened to 15 minutes. Yeah. because all they do is they take creative cuts from different angles. They have 2 cameras running minimum on the set, and at the same time they can, move back and forth between the 2 of them, and even loop. If you pay close enough attention, especially in the 80s and 90s porno, you can tell that they looped sections like this. Oh, I just saw him do that. Oh shit, I saw him do it again. You know what I mean? He came all over. And then a couple minutes later, he came all over again. What the fuck? This guy's got a lot of shit going on. But yeah, so I mean, it's definitely art, and it is deceptive. There's a lot of lies to it. And it's also one of the main reasons I believe that I have moved on from performed pornography. That is the ones that they hired actors and actresses to come in and play their part. Because it's not as stimulating as it used to be. It's just, it's a fucking show.
Yeah, yeah.
And the worst part about it is, man, that's why I love the vintage. When you said vintage as one of the categories, I love the vintage because the 70s and 80s and even part of the 90s porns, they were performing. They sucked at acting. Most of them sucked really, really bad at acting. But they still tried to perform and do these, play out this storyline. And we've had this discussion before. Storyline is like a lot of really, really great shit because it puts your mind into that thought. Oh, yeah, I see. This is the reason why she's fucking him or he's fucking her or she's fucking she or whatever. You see that and you realize, hey, this is what's going on. And it provides the storyline, a premise to you, even though it's 100% fake. 100%. You still, you feel like that's what the story is and it's more charming to you. Whereas in porn nowadays, it's just bang, 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 and that's it. You know what I mean? There's no actual really good storyline to it. They're not even trying anymore.
Back in my day, we had a thing called foreplay.
Exactly.
They don't do that anymore.
Nowadays, they would jump from a guy and a girl in a fucking car driving down 20 seconds later, jumping out and fucking a chick in a toll booth or something. You know what I mean? Like something
fucking
really
themselves.
stupid, right? Exactly. Make sure you get a ticket. Or you're really gonna be fucked. Turnpike Commission don't play no more, homie.
The last 2 things on this guy's list is, and then these last 2 things on my list.
Okay.
Porn is inseparably linked to prostitution and sex trafficking. Didn't you always want to be a sex trafficking cop?
Yeah.
To the right, to the right. John, straight. Come on, keep it moving. Anyways.
Balls deep.
And finally, this guy says porn is connected to violence. I don't quite understand that.
I do, but I don't. And that's the thing I was telling you about women for porn or porn for women is basically,
Softcore?
they basically just get rid of all the demeaning stuff. You know what I mean? They don't have men jacking off on women's faces or on their backs or any of that shit. They deposit it in a handkerchief or some unique thing, or they don't even see the cum. You know what I mean? So
What?
no monster. Right.
Here's a porn, totally unporn related, unporn related. No, wait. Unrelated to porn question, but it has to deal with sexuality.
Okay.
What is the average woman's view, action, opinion, demeanor towards male ejaculation? The actual product, the sperm, the semen, the cum, there it is.
It depends on their extent of having to deal with it throughout their life. So in other words, if they didn't get they didn't see what a cum load was before 14 years old, they probably will have a good understanding of it, unless they're modified by somebody around them.
Wait, what? Wait.
They will have, if by 14 years old, they've never dealt with semen or cum before. Okay. In other words, they haven't been raped, they haven't been molested, they haven't been fucked with, you know what I mean? It's just a natural progression, and they find, they see a porno at 10 or whatever, and it's just jack off, stuff there. And then, they don't see anything bad with it. Usually women don't have a problem with ejaculate at that point. That's not all the time, but it's usually. But if they had something happen to them earlier on, then it's the progression of whatever happened. If it's the family friend that fucked her and she was, 8 years old or whatever, which is just fucking twisted, but it does happen. if that family friend did that and she had been exposed to it, she could grow a great hatred for that. And she could just be like, oh, it's the worst thing. And the other thing is, if she's really prissy, like a dainty little bitch, no matter when she was exposed to cum, she doesn't want cum on her. She doesn't want cum in her. She doesn't want cum in her mouth. She don't want nothing. You know what I mean? She doesn't want to see the shit. She's like, go over there and jack off in that Kleenex. We're gonna fucking own Kleenex by the time we're done. You know what I mean? That's the kind of thing where you got to go, this is completely outside the realm of what we're looking at. You know what I mean? Because she is just divisive. She's creating.
So you would say that's unhealthy?
Well, not necessarily unhealthy, but it can't stand in the thing we're talking about. You can't go.
Can you go way the other way?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Enjoy it and eat the fuck out of it. Yeah. Yeah, you can. Dude, there are people that do that.
Yeah, I just love the way you put it. You're blunt.
Yeah. Hey, that's the way you got to do it, man. That's the way you got to say. I mean, it's if people don't understand what the truth is, they're going to run around as prudish little children for the rest of their lives, and they need to come to an understanding.
Well, until you said that, I had no problem being a child the rest of my life. But now
I got to grow the fuck up, damn it.
And become to an understanding.
Exactly. Well, here's a little levity and a little leeway, since we're kind of done with that one. Here's a Horatio. I want to pull a Horatio for you.
Okay.
All that blood on his penis can mean only one thing. She was menstruating and pulled a few strings to get him in. Yeah, that's just really bad. All right. Okay, very
I
cool.
got one for you.
All right, let's
I
do
got
it.
one for you. You ready?
Yep.
Okay, this is okay. It seems our victim paid $9,000 for that camera. Somebody must have saw him coming. I have no idea. That sounded better in my head than it did live.
No, you didn't put your glasses on, which threw me off. It's all right. It's cool. No worries. No worries.
Anyways,
so let's get back to porn.
to the show.
Who would have ever thought we'd be in the middle of a fucking studio saying, hey, let's get back to the porn? All right, so we've gone to what the flying fuck happened here?
When I put my
Oh boy,
the dark side of the porn did that.
The dark side of the porn.
Yeah, so
all right,
really fucked things up, didn't it?
So let's talk about the top 25 most popular familiar female porn stars.
Okay.
Now, I had a really fucking difficult time trying to find a list.
Really?
Yes, and I didn't want to have to come up with one because I'm not too familiar with porn stars nowadays because they're expendable. You know what I mean? So I needed to have some names in there from before and now and so on and so forth. So I finally found one, and it was actually worth the money.
Okay.
I paid the whore. No, I'm just kidding. Yes, so here is the list starting from 25. Sylvia Saint, which she was like a kind of a 90s woman. Then there's Sharon Mitchell. Sharon Mitchell was the woman who always had short hair and always looked kind of butch, but she fucked the shit out of men and she fucked the shit out of women and she did everybody.
Sharon Cox's friend.
Yes. That family, Holden and Sharon Cox. Okay, and then number 23 is Brianna Banks.
A lot of dicks.
Yeah. Oh, she banks all right. I should have called her Brianna Bangs. Anyway, number 22 is Jill Kelly.
Whatever your name is.
We don't even have to pay attention anymore. Fuck it. Terry Weigel is 21. Number 20 is Gina Lynn. Now, here's all the interesting ones. Gina Hayes, or Jenna Hayes.
Jenna Hayes!
Jenna Hayes, yes. And Jenna Hayes, all through my brain. Yeah, I got you. She's actually pretty nice looking. She's not bad. Then there's Asia Carrera. Asia Carrera. She was an 80s and 90s porn freak.
Wasn't she on that movie with maybe that's Tia Carrera.
Yeah, Tia Carrera.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, that's okay. No worries.
Are they related?
No, I don't know if they are or not. Usually porn stars' names are fake or just only a subsection of their actual name. So, sometimes. But Sunny Leone is another one. She was a bubbly, uptight one. Chasey Lane, who was number 16. She was really big there for a while in the late 80s, early 90s. And then there's Christy Canyon.
Canyon.
It's the reason why I married somebody named Christy. Because she had an enormous canyon. I swear to God. Christy Canyon was called that because of her breasts. She had very large breasts.
What's her
name? It
name?
was crazy. Christy Canyon. Motorboat that shit right on down the street. Savannah is number 14. She's coming in at number 14. Poor Savannah. She died, actually.
Did she?
Yeah. She was one of the only porn stars that was on this list that actually died well before her time. And yeah, it's a very sad story. If you ever get a chance to read it because it's a very tragic story, tragic end. Then there's Tara Patrick. She's number 13. I've
heard that on my radio.
Yes,
ads.
she is a crossover from pornography to stripping, and she was also a Playboy model. So I'm sorry, not Playboy, Penthouse. She was a Penthouse model, and she's a very well endowed woman. We hear her all the time at Savannah's on Hannah in Harrisburg. So if you hear her on the radio, that's probably where she's dancing at. Number 12 is Belladonna. I don't know much about her at all. I think it's a newer woman. Sasha Grey, she's one from the old school days. And here we go with the top 10.
Top 10.
Yes, and the reasons why they are on the list where they are. Linda Lovelace comes in at number 10.
The original porn star.
Yes, she was not the actual original, but she was the first to make pornography, X-rated movies, famous, yeah, to actually become something more than just a little shitty down the alley.
It went from you got snuff films, man.
Yeah.
Did you get the movies?
Yeah, to, oh my God, it's showing in an actual theater. How the fuck did that ever happen? Of course, Linda Lovelace was well known as Deep Throat. She was the woman who performed the first deep throating action, made it huge. The other thing that's
her greatest line in the movie was...
which she was trying to say, yeah, just push it down the back of my throat. It's all good. No, but seriously, she went on to become a activist against pornography. Her and a few other women.
She did one fucking movie.
I know,
okay.
but they no, actually, I think she did like 3 or 4 movies.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, she did 3 or 4 fucking movies.
I know the rest of the women on this list are like, you ain't got shit on your resume, bitch. So yeah, the number 9 then is Tracy Lords.
I think this is the girl. I'm just going to take a stab at her.
Go for it.
I'll poke her with it. She was like, she was setting the world on fire. She's a beautiful woman making some incredible porn movies.
Yeah.
Come to find out, she was like 16. Damn.
She was the holy grail of pornography. Then they found out she was too fucking young to be there.
Well, why didn't they just wait till she was 18?
They didn't know. She fed them the wrong information.
So all her movies was...
No, not all her movies. Just I think 2 of them. One never saw the light of day, so it got cut way before it ever got released.
Oh, it's in some old rich guy's library.
There's chunks of it out there that you can watch. Yeah, and then there's one full movie that she was in where she was 17 years old, and that is the one where they were just like, there's nothing we can do. It's already a bell rung. You can't do anything about it. And then it was the 80s, so it was easy for them to be able to pull out the movie. But they didn't at first, and then they had verification that she was underage, and of course, then they pulled it off the shelves too. So. It was bad. It was bad. But she has a very unique face, and she has a very unique way of sex, which is pretty interesting. And she did go on to make more porn movies after that. But she also went on to become an actual actress, too. Still not very good at it, but she became an actress, so it was cool. She gave it a shot. That was the thing. Number 8 coming in is Tori Black.
You gave it your best cum shot, Virgie.
I'm not exactly sure who Tori Black is. I've not heard her name. She must be one of the new breed. New bread. But she's and the weird thing about this, and I know it doesn't bother you, but to me it's strange because almost every person on this list is white. There's no veering off to different colors, nationalities, creeds, anything, except for Asia Carrera. She's like one of the only ones.
Okay, dude, I have to say something.
And then Tory Black might be black, but I don't know.
It's going to sound racist, and it's going to sound very...
Well, of course. We've come to expect that. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, thank you. Good. Then I'll just go ahead and say it. I've been around the world enough to know that most of the world thinks the beautifulest women in the world are white. Sorry if you disagree, but black guys all want white chicks. And whenever foreigners come over here, they all want white prostitutes. Sorry, white women are the most beautiful. Therefore, if we're going to spend time looking at porn and we're going to be looking at their faces,
you're going to want to have that, yeah.
You're going to want something a little bit appealing.
Exactly. And it's one of the reasons why I think pornography is as big as it is, because the majority of porn stars are white.
Yeah, that's why National Geographic was only $1.50.
But the black men in the pornography industry is actually very, very good. Well, I mean, they've got a lot of meat. There's no other way to put that, So yeah.
Well, maybe they are physically hung. I'm sure there's a few of them.
No. He's like hung like a white guy. I saw him in a fucking locker room. I'm friends with him.
But unlike well, let me just say that black men are some of the best looking men in the world.
Yeah.
There are some very, very good...
Black children are actually very good-looking children, too. They're
especially
unique.
the mixed ones.
Yes, yeah. Mixed-race children are really, really cool-looking. I know that sounds weird by saying that like that, and especially since we're talking about pornography, but let's get back on track here.
Yeah, let's get back.
My favorite actress, probably my favorite actress of all, pornography-wise, besides Gage, which did not make this list, but she is one of my favorite actresses, Gage. She does a lot of low-rent porno, which is... she takes it in the ass, and she takes it in the mouth, and she does ass to mouth, and and she does a couple more ass to mouth, and it's just like, ew.
Put it in the ass.
You're eating your own poop peanuts and corn and shit.
Corn? Pornography.
Number 7 is probably my favorite, Ginger Lynn. She was the finest, one of the finest women you could find, and the reason why it was is because she was so very... girly. And I know that sounds fucking horrible. It's like, oh my God, you want to fuck children? No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that she was very girly. She had
feminine?
Yes, super feminine, not feministic, just feminine ways of being. And she was always making you feel like, great actress, always making you feel like she was up to no good. And it was a sexy way that she did it. And really, honestly, she's the person that stuck in my mind as to how women should act when they're horny. I kid you not. She is the way. If you see any of the movies that she's in, you'll understand exactly what I'm saying. Very cool. And she also did go on to star in regular movies after that. That's why her last name.
I remember her name.
Yeah, Ginger Lynn Allen. Now the Allen's at the end of it. She was then there. So, okay, number 6, Veronica Hart. She's actually a very famous 80s, 90s woman. Marilyn Chambers, number 5.
I remember the name.
Yes. She's actually the mother on the Ivory Snow box. A lot of people didn't know that, but she is.
The mother?
She modeled to be the mother on the Ivory Snow box, yeah.
Not the baby?
I thought for a long time it was the baby. If I'm not mistaken, she's actually playing the mother on the front of that box.
Okay. She's passed away now.
Yes. She died quite some time ago, actually. Now that you mention it, holy fuck. I don't even know how long ago that was. 2009, yeah, so it's been almost 10 years. Yeah, she was pretty incredible, too. I looked up to her and paid a lot of attention to her as well. No, I mean, I didn't want to get fucked in the ass.
Going on there?
Can you jack all 6 guys at once? Nope. No, but I looked up to the way she acted and did her things, and she was a very horny individual as well. That's the one thing about the older actresses, the ones back from the 80s and 90s. You got the feeling that they went out and fucked people after they had sex on a porn set. You know what I mean? Like they went in there and gave it their all, and then they came out and were like, I'm still fucking horny. I'm going to go get laid. Nowadays, they're just like, oh, I just did it for a paycheck. Number 4, Janine Linda Mulder. She's another one of the more recent ones.
Janine Linda Mulder and Scully.
Yeah. Number 3 is Seika. Seika was the one that did all the, or a lot of the Swedish erotica stuff in the 70s and 80s.
Seika!
Yeah, she...
I have heard of her.
Yeah. She has short blonde hair. She kind of looks like Aunt Peg, who didn't make this list either, but Yeah, she was very cool, and she was that really upscale, very expensive looking woman that always made you think, ooh, she needs diamonds and pearls and a pearl necklace and all that kind of shit. So then number 2 is Nina Hartley, which is interesting because Nina Hartley's still in the game.
And I do think Nina Hartley was I don't know about but was a beautiful woman.
Oh yeah,
And
she
just
still is, man. She's still really, really hot. She's playing gilf roles now, but I'd still spank it to her. Just to put it lightly. And last but not least, the number 1, and if you didn't figure this out, well, then go fuck yourself. Jenna Jameson, number 1 actress, porn star. The reason being is because she's been in more fucking movies that she wanted to do what she wanted to do and was able to, continue on going. She created an empire of porn. Yeah, she's the first female porn star to ever do it. The other ones were good at managing money and stuff, but she created an empire. She put her name out there before everybody that needed to jack off. She made sure that people were watching her shit. She didn't have the best body in the world. She doesn't have the best acting talent. She doesn't have the best, making me think, oh my God, she just has a business charisma and she knows how to use it. And she did. And that's exactly where she's at. So let's go through this notable male porn stars list.
Notable male porn stars.
Yes, we're going to rip right through this. We're going to fuck them right in the ass.
This is painfully obvious.
So a newer guy, James Dean, he's done a bunch of stuff. The buddy that died in 1984, that was one of the big ones, John C. Holmes.
He certainly was.
Yes, 13 inches and 3-inch girth. So it was pretty interesting for that guy.
Kill a woman with
I know, and it's funny because he and Marilyn Chambers
guy.
locked up together and did, I think it was the movie Behind the Green Door. And she was the first person to ever deep throat John Holmes. Yeah, it was crazy, man. But yeah, she did that. I was like, dude, she's never going to eat normal again for as long as she lives.
Taste it. It just slides right down now.
If I found out she choked to death on something she was eating, and that's how she died, I'd be like, yep, I believe it. She was like, I was trying to eat this ham sandwich and... You had John Holmes in your fucking throat. How come you can't eat a whole ham sandwich at once? Just wrap that shit up and jam it down your throat. Another one that's today is Brad Knight. He's one that needs a little bit of... these guys, like I said, they're mostly straight actors. I pretty much think they all did straight. Tom Byron, big 80s, late 70s. I think maybe he got in the game a little bit late. But he was there for the 80s. He was there a little bit for the 90s. He became a big name. Our buddy Ron Jeremy.
Everybody knows
That's
Ron Jeremy.
Fucking Ron Jeremy. You're damn right. He's the first offensive fucking porn star anybody ever met. He's like, yeah, come over here. Sit, yeah, get over here. Bring your ass over here. I'm gonna fuck it. I'm gonna fuck your ass. Put your ass right there. That's right. Yeah, and I'm gonna stick it in your fucking mouth. Yeah, that's right. We're gonna invent something called ass to mouth. That's Ron Jeremy right there for you. There's another one that's actually really big right now. Was actually big in the 90s too. Rocco Siffredi. He's doing, man. He's got a lot of stuff. Rocco Siffredi. Yes. Yeah. Randy Spears. He was one that was in the game for a really long time. Randy Spears bitches. I think that's why he named himself that. Then there's T.T. Boyd. He didn't get a lot of appreciation.
I'm sorry, it just sounds like a trucking company.
I know, right? And this is the one that gets me every fucking time. Peter North. Because if your Peter's got to be somewhere, it's got to be heading north. You know what I'm saying?
We always know where we're going.
That's right. Peter North. That guy did more fucking porn, I think, than almost everybody on this list. It's crazy. He was another one that created an empire from his own thing. There was, for the longest time, Peter North, websites and stuff devoted to his companies that he put together. And, he made like individual tapes of, different...
These are people that just took advantage of the business situation.
Yeah.
They didn't lay back and get paid.
Right. Well, that was the thing. Guys did it. Laid back. The guys did it. They were the ones that knew how to run business. Not that saying that the women didn't. They just didn't think to. But men did. And it was more difficult for women. I'll agree with that. Anyway, Harry Reams, which I mentioned.
I'm sorry. I'm still in the 8th grade.
No, it's fun, man. It's fun. Harry Reams. And if you see him, it's just like, ooh, does he get shit on his mustache? Because that guy got a hell of a mustache. He got a Tom Selleck working on his shit. Then another one, the next one is Long Dong Silver.
I've heard of him.
That's right. And then, of course, that was one of the biggest, most well-hung black men in the world at one point in time, 70s and 80s.
Ring me bells, baby.
And then Mick Blue.
Mick Blue, everybody.
Blue. That's maybe it was a gay thing. Who knows? Fuck it. Anyway. Okay, so we got through that. Let's get to funniest porn titles.
Yep.
You want to read one side and I'll read the other?
You do one, I'll do the other. How about that?
Let's do that.
We'll try to get this as fast as we can.
Yeah.
Go.
Shaving Ryan's privates.
Edward Penis Hands.
Add Mama to the train.
Men in Black. Men.
Sorest Rump.
Tale of Two Titties.
Against All Odds.
Ally McFeel.
American Hair Pie.
Clear and Pleasant Stranger.
A Few Hard Men.
Moon Ranger.
No, Long Ranger.
Either way, it's spooky.
Yeah.
Long Ranger.
Lone Ranger just be sitting there whacking off. Hey, Tonto, come here for a minute. No.
Hell no.
Yeah, fuck you, man. That shit ain't happening. Ball in the Family.
Beverly Hills Cock.
By Curious George.
Black Cock Down.
Bold Finger.
Bonfire of the Panties.
Bridge over the River KY.
Buffy the Vampire Layer.
Crocodile Blondie.
Coming to America.
Mac's Bedroom.
Miami Spice.
Missionary Position Impossible.
Muffy the Vampire Layer. That's in there twice.
Which? Oh, no, I think it's got a different thing to it. You'll see.
Oh.
Yeah, you'll see. Anyway, you said Muffy the Vampire Layer?
Yeah.
My Bear Lady.
Nightmare on Dyke Street.
Pleasure Island.
Porn on the 4th of July.
Pornocchio.
Pulp Friction.
Sex Toy Story.
Sex Track. The Next Penetration.
Shagnet.
Dawson's Crack.
Done in 60 seconds.
E3, the extra testicle.
Easy Rider. Ride Her.
Erectinophobia.
Everybody does Raymond.
Phil Bill.
Shit. Forest Hump.
Free Will Humping.
Frisky Business.
Genderella.
Ghost Lusters.
Girth, Wind, and Fire.
Great Sexpectations.
Guess who came at dinner?
Oh, shit. Honey, I blew up my tits.
Hold on, I can't even see. Hump up the volume.
Hung Wankenstein.
I cream of Genie.
I cream on Genie.
I dream of Weenie.
Oh, do you? Throw back to the old days. I love Juicy.
Jurassic Pork.
Leave it to cleavage.
License to Thrill.
Little Oral Annie. Yeah.
Don't even want to get caught downloading that one. On Golden Blonde.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Breast.
One Blew Over the Cocoa. Operation Desert Stormy Daniels.
Patriot Dames.
Pimped by an Angel.
Yeah. Plan 69 from Outer Space.
Planet of the Gapes.
Rackstar.
Rambone. Oh my god.
Sleeping beauty. Sleeping booty.
Sleeping with Seattle.
Sorest rump. Instead of sorest hump.
The hills have thighs.
Little orphan trainee.
The Loin King.
The penetrator. I'll come again.
The Sexorcist.
The slutty professor.
The Sopornos.
Whore of the Rings.
Womb Raider.
Ass Ventura crack detective.
The Evil Head.
Inspector Gadget.
Missionary Impossible.
There it is. Quantum Deep. Oh, shit.
A Queer and Present Stranger. Oh, I see what they're doing now.
Any given come day.
Batman and Robin.
Bat fag. Oh, shit. Big Trouble in Little Vagina.
Come fight at the Alley Gay Corral.
All gay
At the
corral.
All Gay Corral.
You okay? Charlie's Anal.
Shitty gangbang.
Oh, fuck. Shit, coming comer.
Cunt hardly wait.
For your thighs only.
I know what you did up the bummer.
Lawrence of Arabia.
My Big Lebowski.
My best friend's wedding. Wetting.
My Big Fat Greek Woody.
Sperms of endearment.
The Empire Goes Black.
I haven't felt this present since.
Rambutt.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Romancing the Bone.
Saturday Night Beaver.
Sheepless in Montana.
Shitty Bang Bang.
Sperminator.
Star Prick. The next ejaculation.
Star Whores.
The Bear Bitch Project.
The best rears of our lives.
The Da Vinci Load.
The Good, the Bed, and the Snuggly. That's soft porn.
I know, right? It's porn for women. The Wild Chest.
Robin Hood.
Tits a Wonderful Life.
You guys are just a bunch of titty slickers.
Titty Bang Bang.
Top buns.
Titty Bang Bang's all fucking titty fucking the whole thing. Trainee, get your gun.
Twin cheeks.
Honey, I blew. Everybody.
Game of Bones. Winter is coming.
Goodwill Humping.
Night of the Giving Head.
The Porn Identity.
Full Metal Jack Off.
Glazed and confused.
Lord of the Cock Rings.
Men in Back. Oh, shit.
That it is again. That's the same one. My Best Friend's Wetting.
Oh, yeah. I think, yeah, it is on the same side. That's weird. This is one of my favorites, Schindler's Fist. They got us out of Nazi-occupied Jewish territory, but I had to take the fist.
I plead the fist. I plead the fifth.
Oh, shit. Do you ever laugh so much you almost want to throw up?
No, but I can't see because the tears in my eyes.
Oh, yeah, that.
Starship poopers.
There's something about Harry. And that's it, man. That's it. That is like the biggest one. biggest thing we had for tonight. The only thing I have left is interesting factoids and things that you didn't know were fetishes. Oh, and then the 10 most important things you need to know about life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. So I'm going to run through these fetishes real quick.
Okay. I need to find them on there.
They're the second one down. Go almost all the way to the bottom. Oh, shit. And then there's euphemisms for masturbation. I forgot about that one.
Yeah, we have a lot, man. We have a lot.
All right, let me bust through these. Let's do the fetishes. Okay. We'll do coprophilia, which is sexual arousal by feces.
No.
Dendrophilia, which is sexual attraction to trees. I call that pansexual or trisexual.
How do you say that?
It's dendrophilia.
No, first one.
Oh, coprophilia.
Yeah, my girlfriend had that, but then I dumped her.
She didn't give a shit. Yeah. Mucophilia, which is a sexual stimulation from sneezes.
Come on.
Acrotomophilia, arousal by amputees.
Again, the face.
Yeah. Avisodomy. Avisodomy. That's it. Avisodomy is sex with birds. So it's a form of like bestiality or bestiality. Stimming.
Wait a minute. If you were male and you want to have sex with birds, where the fuck would you put it?
I think
Never
maybe
mind.
just yeah.
Never mind.
Chickens lay eggs bigger than our dicks, so you know.
Oh, okay. All right. Never mind.
It's pretty sick, but that's true.
I'm sorry I asked.
Stimming, which is the use of electricity for stimulation. They actually hook up a little collar on their dicks and fry it, and it makes them gets them hard, gets them off. Oculolinctus, which is a really, really weird one. Oculolinctus is eye licking.
I would try that.
It's a fetish for people that lick somebody else's eye. But if you know that there's worms all over your eyes, I don't think I would. Agalmatophilia. Yes. Arousal by statues. So you get hard by getting hard. Looking at hard. Emmetophilia, which is the sexual arousal from vomit. And that's actually a pretty big one right now, unfortunately.
Oh, my God.
I know. Nasolingus. This is the sexual or arousal from sucking someone's nose.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, so you get the snot and everything. Cymorophilia, which is the arousal from seeing or staging disasters or violent accidents. So it's kind of like getting into car accidents for no reason whatsoever just to get stimulated.
Oh, my God.
I know. Mechanophilia, which is an attraction to machines, usually cars. So you can really fuck your car if you want to.
That doesn't surprise me.
Formicophilia, which is sexual arousal attraction to bugs.
I had a Chevy once.
I fucked it right in the back seat. It was pretty good. Pubephilia, which is the arousal by pubic hair.
I understand that if you know where it's coming from.
Right.
I mean, you walk into a public restroom and you see a pubic hair, you get a woody, man, there's something wrong with you. But
exactly.
If you are in some... Never mind. Please go on.
Wait a minute. Chasmophilia, which is our chasmophilia, which is attraction to caverns, crevices, and valleys.
I'm not going to mention that hurts.
The woman's taco. You know, that's what it's all about. Climacophilia, which is arousal by falling downstairs.
What?
Hey, baby. Yeah, okay. How you feeling? Aroused?
Sorry, officer, she consented.
Then there's lithophilia, which is the arousal to stone or gravel. Yeah, so when you just hear somebody walking across gravel, you're like, oh, I'm going to come. You know. Pacilliasmophilia. Pacilliasmophilia. Something. Attraction, arousal to stuttering.
You couldn't pronounce that word.
Exactly. And they did this shit on purpose. You can find out who the fucking people are that like stutterers. There's psychrophilia, which is the arousal from being cold and watching others being cold.
Something's wrong with that picture because the natural state of thing when you're cold is to put clothes on. The natural state of sex is take clothes off.
Yeah.
Something wrong with their switches in their head, man.
Yeah, but that's usually
saying,
what a lot of these are. They're the opposite of what would be considered normal. You know what I mean? Like, you wouldn't typically go around fucking chickens. So
Speak for yourself, pal. But I will say, nipples get hard, so I can kind of see that.
that could be, part of the stimulus process.
But anyways,
Stygiophilia, which is an arousal to the thought of hellfire and damnation. What an interesting one.
yeah.
Because that is, that's like, that's pretty much a satanic person for the most part. I mean, they're looking forward to going to hell. So, Vererphilia, which is arousal to eat another person's body parts.
Only one.
They're just too filling. I can't eat them all. I'm going to invite Dan over. He's a Vererphilia too.
I'll start right here.
Then there's a xylophilia, which is arousal by wood. Now, that's actually pretty common because that's been that way for a very, very, very long time because we have pictures and actual trinkets, articles, things that you can look at that are dildos, basically, made out of wood. So it's been around for a very long time. There's probably been women that were just like, which tree's the hardest? Men, too. Who knows? Maybe they jam a fucking big old limb up their ass. Who knows?
I did 3 chestnuts last night.
I couldn't take any more. I let the chestnuts roast on my open fire. Yeah. So, and then this is the last one, which is autonepiophilia. Yes. Autonepiophilia, which is arousal from dressing like or acting like a baby. Basically, infantilism or infantilism, however you want to pronounce that. Just real quick, we're going to go through these euphemisms for masturbation. I'm just going to fly through them.
Knock yourself out.
We can knock myself up. We can chuckle at them as I'm going through. A date with Pamela Henderson. Bang yourself. Choking the chicken. Donald Trump firing his apprentice. Fiction friction. Fire off some knuckle children.
But Dad.
5 knuckle chuckle. Go fuck myself. Going to the palm prom.
Want to dance?
Hand to gland combat. I don't know. I'm part of this war. I'm probably going to have to commit some hand to gland combat. I'll be back when I get out of the bathroom. Painting the ceiling white. Holding your sausage hostage. Jerking the gherkin. Making stomach pancakes.
Ew. That is nasty. That is ew.
Milking the cow. Pet the poodle. Playing pocket pool. Playing tug of war with the Cyclops. Pumping the keg. Revving the engine. Roughing up the suspect.
Roughing the passer.
Rubbing one out. Shuffling your iPod. Slapping the salami. Spanking the monkey. Petting the one-eyed trouser snake. Tickle your pickle.
Good boy. Good boy.
Visiting Rosie Palm and her 5 sisters. Wax on, whack off. Whipping off a batch. Let's see, where am I at here? Wrestling the one-eyed monster.
And in his corner.
Abusing the wicked stick. Adjusting the antenna. Shaking Henry Longfellow. Arm wrestling with your one-eyed weasel. Or the one-eyed vessel, that's it. Audition your hand puppet. Let's see if we can talk. Badgering the witness. Speak, motherfucker, speak. I'll have to pull your head off, I will. Calling up the baby gravy.
Come and get it.
Basting the ham. Battling the purple-headed yogurt battling the purple-headed yogurt slinger.
Oh.
Being rough with the sex stick. Flog the bishop. Pull your pud. Bleed the seed. Bludgeon the beefsteak. Bop the bologna. Going one-handed typing. That used to be a thing in the 90s, man, when you were doing chat rooms and shit like that. Buff the banana. Burp the worm. Ew. Butter the corn. Call down for more mayo. Oh, that's gross. Choke Kojak. Here's looking at you, baby. No, here's looking at you. Clean your rifle. Crank the love pump. Crank the shank. Cuddle the kielbasa. Cuff the carrot. Do the handiwork. Finger the flesh flute. Fister your mister. Frost the pastries.
Oh.
Give a low five. Oh, shit. Go a couple of rounds with old Peter. Liquidating the inventory. It's just fucking horrible. Oh, shit. Mangle the midget. Manipulate the mango. Much ado about muffing. It should have been much ado without muffing. Oh, shit. Oil the glove. Just one man for a one-night stand. Make the tool drool. Pet the lizard. Practicing shake weight. Polish the helmet. Tenderize the steak tube. Or the tube steak. That crazy hand jive. Polish the rocket. Prime the pump. Riding the baloney pony. Handle it. What are you going to do? I'm going to head over here and handle it.
I got it. It's under control.
Relishing your hot dog. Playing Romeo and jerking it.
Romeo and jerking it.
Yeah. Run off batch by hand. Scratch the itch. Shake hands with your wife's best friend. Shoot the moon. Shuck your corn. Beating my meat like it owes me money. Putting on my Frankenbean, or pulling on my Frankenbeans. Taking a load off. Shit. And finally evicting my unborn. That was fucking twisted. That was twisted, but it was good. It was good twisted. We had a good time with that one. All right, just real quick. I want to go through some stats and then we're done.
Okay.
There we go. So these are directly from Pornhub for the year 2017. Back to serious nature, statistics and mathematics and all that shit. My face is... Anyway. The searches that defined 2017. Number 1 was porn for women. Number 2 was Rick and Morty. I have no fucking clue why that's on there. Number 3 is fidget spinner. I have no fucking clue why that one's on there either. That's just crazy. And all the rest of them are pretty much stuff. Those are the up and comers for Pornhub. The most searched for term of 2017. The whole shebang. Everybody, everywhere. The biggest one that they searched for was lesbian. That's the biggest search term in 2017. Hentai was number 2, which is that Japanese porn cartoon shit. Number 3 was MILF. Number 4 was stepmom. Number 5 was stepsister. Number 6 was mom. Number 7 was teen. Number 8 was Japanese. Number 9 was massage. And number 10 was anal. Each of those have been making ups and downs for some time now. And this is what I want to explain to people. When you see the term mom, you don't necessarily think that this is incest. The reason being is because about 90% of the stuff that says it's a mom and son is not what it is.
Oh, I don't think it's legal.
It's just old. No, well, yeah, technically it's not legal, but it's just older women, younger men. That's
Yeah.
all it is. But they're trying to play on that fantasy that people think, oh, it's incest. Oh, great, I'm going to love this. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They do this exact same thing for father-daughter. It's exactly the same way. It's an older man, a younger girl, and it's usually, I would say 90% of the time, not real. It's just something that, two people got a camera together, started fucking, and just happens one of them's really older than the other one.
That doesn't sound weird to me. That just sounds dumb.
It sounds typical, though. If you think about it, it's typical that, something like that would be that way, which is weird.
What you mean, Willis?
Here's the most searched for porn stars of 2017. Riley Reid, Mia Khalifa, Lisa Ann, and then coming in at number 4, which she's down one notch from number 3, Kim Kardashian. Yes, Kim fucking Kardashian's in the list. I couldn't believe it. I read it, I was like, oh my God. Then again, I'm in at number 25. No, what? No, there's other people, that are definitely on the list. I mean, some people you might know, or, you might have seen before, and then some of them not. Like I said, though, we don't study it anymore because it's not something we need to. The most searched for male porn stars, I'll read the top 5. Jordi El Nino Pola, I don't know why he's number 1. Mandingo was number 2. They actually kind of tied. Johnny Sins was number 3. Rocco Siffredi, who I talked about earlier, is number 4. And then James Dean, who was the number 1. He was he's number 5. Yeah.
Come clean.
Now, the interesting part about this is Peter North and Ron Jeremy are both on this list for the top 15. So that was actually kind of cool.
Do they still make movies?
No. Peter North has a business doing it. Ron Jeremy's just Ron Jeremy. He does whatever the fuck he wants. And he still does fuck in his late ages, and he still does make money doing that too. So, the top 20 countries by traffic. The United States dwarfs everybody else 3 times over. So we are the most porn-watching country. The next one in line, the United Kingdom. They beat India, who has 1.5 billion people now. They beat India.
And
the United Kingdom
category.
And United Kingdom also holds a record for the most porn watched over other things. Like instead of watching TV or going and doing something specific, like watching football games, which to them is soccer, or to us is soccer. Any of that stuff. They choose porn. Porn, yeah. So United Kingdom, they're all about the fucking themselves. The most time spent, the average visit duration worldwide on any porn site, Pornhub, which is big, it's really big, is 9 minutes and 59 seconds. That's the average length of duration. The Philippines is number 1 at 13 minutes 28 seconds. The Philippines come up in a lot of really weird spots in this thing. The United States came in 3rd. South Africa was 2nd. And how much time they spent. Probably because both of those countries are waiting for a connection. Why my dial-up not working? What the fuck, man? Come on, man. Come on. I can't see my porno, man. Come on. Yeah. So it's one of those deals. Anyway.
Why he no Disco magazine?
Yeah. Time spent per visit United States. Guess which state has the most longest visits?
Alaska.
Nope. They're not even in the top 10.
Pennsylvania?
Nope. We did move up though, 27 spaces, but we're not even in the top 10.
Wow, we're getting more. We're getting more of Florida.
No, but you're getting really close.
Georgia.
Nope, but still close.
Louisiana.
Nope, you're close, but you went too far.
South Carolina.
No, you're going north. To the right, or to the left. I'm sorry, to the left of Georgia.
Mississippi.
Yes, there you go.
Oh, man.
Mississippi, number 1, 11 minutes, 33 seconds. And their neighbor, Alabama, is 2nd with 11 minutes, 11 seconds. Then South Carolina, then Louisiana, Arkansas, Tennessee, Hawaii, Georgia, Indiana, and Oklahoma. Does it surprise anyone that the majority of the top 10 list is based in the South? That they would have to take as long as they take to do what they got to do. Yeah.
They take their time at everything.
Exactly. And it's really fucked up because of that stat I read earlier about the fact that, more gay searches are done from those states. Anyway, the shortest state is Kansas. Believe it or not. They didn't rank, they didn't show me where Pennsylvania was, so I didn't have a chance to take a look at that. But favorite times to watch porn. What do you think? What time of day do you think is the most average time to watch porn?
Nighttime.
Give me a time, like an actual hour.
10, midnight.
Yeah, perfect.
Really?
Midnight's the biggest watch.
The spouse is asleep.
Yeah, usually, yes. 3 p.m., 4 p.m., 5 p.m. is for women. Pretty much. Women watch porn during that time because their husbands are off at work. It's easier for them to get off. Kids are probably taking naps at that point, too. At least I hope so. That'd be really
in the
fucking
afternoon,
weird.
3, 4 p.m.
Yeah. 10, 11, midnight, 1 o'clock. That's when the guys come out to play. Or the guys just come. Whichever you want to say. You basically mean both the same thing. Most popular day to watch porn?
Sunday.
Yes. Isn't that wild? Least popular day to watch porn?
Friday.
Yes. Right on, man. Right on.
God, I am very good at this.
I know. It makes you worry. The top searches of 2017 for the United States. The number 1 is lesbian. The number 2 is MILF. The number 3 is stepsister. The number 4 is ebony, which is moving up the charts. Number 5 is stepmom. Then hentai, mom, threesome, teen, and Asian. Teen has actually been dropping out lately. People are like, this is not fucking teens. You know, they're getting smart, basically. Especially when every porn has to start with, everybody in this thing is over 18 years of age. Yeah. So great, you got 2 more years of being a fucking teen. Good luck with that. The new top trending searches. Now, these are interesting. Fidget spinner was one of the tops. I don't know why. Maybe it was putting them in pussies. I don't know. Maybe even asses.
Okay, I'm curious.
Yeah. Cheerleaders. 3 girls and 1 guy. Double penetration. Naked girls twerking. Femdom. And trans were all the top new searches. The top 5 categories, lesbian. Now, this is not searches. This is categories that get watched. Lesbian, ebony, which is second, MILF, big dick, and hentai, which is that Japanese porn again. And they're all substantial. A lot of those get, quite a bit of the market, apparently, for the people that are watching porn. Most viewed categories, I just read this, so I don't need to read it again. But anal, mature, big tits, threesome, big dick, transgender, teen, babe, cream pie, amateur, popular with women, cartoon, ass, Indian, and gangbang is all the viewed categories of 2017. In the top gaining categories, cuckold, which we had talked about, Japanese, Indian, cosplay, Korean, transgender, cream pie, gangbang, French, and cartoon. Categories viewed the longest. Amateur is the longest. Japanese comes in after that. Then old, young, which is the same as mom, dad. Mature, Korean, casting, and fetish. And then the shortest viewed ones, the ones that get you to the point quickly. Number 1 is redheads. POV, which is point of view, which means the camera looks like you're the one getting fucked. Latina, blonde, college, double penetration, and cosplay. There's a lot of people out for the DP, which is weird. The world's most viewed categories, lesbian leads the pack. But in second is anal by country. They show a map of all the different countries, and the next one is anal. Yeah, it's really weird. And that's all of Russia. Apparently, Russians just went anal.
I was going to say France.
And here's the interesting one. Now, you can't take these, you have to take these with a grain of salt, because there's no 100% provable way to prove if it's a man or a woman that's watching the stuff. They have to take certain things into account, and then they can say, but here's the searched for terms by gender. Women, number 1 is lesbian. Number 2, second favorite term in a search is lesbian scissoring. Do you know what that is?
Yes.
Okay. And then threesome, and then hentai, and then Japanese. Men's favorites, number 1, take a guess what men's are.
Lesbianism?
Nope, it isn't, actually, believe it or not. Women are the ones that are really pushing the lesbian up the charts. What do you think is number 1?
MILF.
Yes, right on the dot, man, right on the fucking dot. Stepmom, Japanese, hentai, and then mom. So as you can see, Japanese and hentai are making their ways up the chart
hentai,
too.
I just don't understand.
It's interesting because it's,
you know what?
In the cartoon.
Here's a comic book of Wonder Woman. Go to the bathroom. There's no difference.
But here's the thing. No, well, it's an animated video. But here's the thing. It's everything outside of what you could typically do in the world.
Like literally skull fuck somebody?
You could do that, or you could have an octopus fuck you, or you could have an alien fuck you, or you know what I mean? And the various ages and differentialities of the women that are getting screwed. It could be a mom, could be a sister, could be a, you know, whatever. Usually hentai is younger women, like treat like teens and shit. But it's just cartoons. So there's no limitations to what you can do.
Okay. All right.
The top trending searches of 2017 by gender. Women, it's cheerleader. It took a really big jump. So women are into the cheerleader thing. Porn for women took a big jump. And Korean sex scene or celebrity sex tape. They all took some jumps. For men, it's fidget spinner. I had no fucking clue why that's on there, dude. I have no understanding.
Why don't you Google it?
Leader and Francois, Minecraft, and MMD, which I have no idea what MMD is, but I'm not even going to fucking try and find out because it's probably something disgusting. And then most viewed categories by gender. It's pretty much the same things that we had just discussed. The women compared to men, their things, big jump in their terms. Wait a minute, let me make sure it's terms. No, categories. I'm sorry. Pussy licking is a huge jump for women. Popular with women is a huge jump. Lesbian, gangbang, and double penetration. So women are starting to get a little more funky into their porn, which is cool. You know, I can deal with that. Proportion of female visitors. Philippines has more women. Not more women, but they have a lot more women than we do that check out porn. Almost 1/3, a little over 1/3 of their population.
Who?
Visits. Philippines.
Oh.
Yeah, we actually come in really down the list quite far. 25% of our women go to porn sites. 75 go to percent go to porn sites. But that's the thing. It's like I said, it's only one porn site, and even though it's the biggest, and it is also skewed because there's no way to specifically tell 100% if this is a woman or a man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're taking it by generalization, and there's an algorithm that they're using. A couple more things here. No, let's get that. Well, most searched for porn stars by women. The number one was Kim Kardashian. I don't know why, dude. I have no fucking clue why women want to watch Kim Kardashian get it on. But that's who they have. And then number 5 was Farrah Abraham. Farrah Abraham was on Teen Mom on MTV, and then she did a porn tape. And then, like, she's number 5. People are looking into that shit. Or women are looking into that shit, I should say. Age of Pornhub visitors. The United States, 30% are 18 to 24, 28% are 25 to 34, 18% are 35 to 44, and 13% around our bracket. Yeah, 13%. That ain't shit. But then, yeah, so then you have more, and it seems like a lot more younger people in India are the ones that check out stuff a lot, and the Philippines and Poland. They have more people in the younger brackets of 18 to 24 checking out porn. Popular searches by group, I'll just skip that. Traffic by phone, desktop, and tablet. Now, this is the interesting one because remember, in the beginning, I read about the fact that said that women watch more porn on their device than they do on like a computer. So they watch it on a phone, and that's true. And it's showing 67% of people watch it on their phone. Dude, that's 2/3 of the people that visit those sites on their phone. That's just crazy.
Yeah, they do everything on their phone.
I know, it's freaking nuts. And then the country's desktops actually took a drop this year. It's only 24% that people watch. United States holiday traffic. Which day of the year do you think that porn drops massively? It's got to be a holiday.
Thanksgiving.
No, Thanksgiving is actually number 5.
Okay. Christmas?
Christmas Day is actually number 3. Christmas Eve is number 2. And New Year's Eve is number 1.
New Year's Eve.
Yes, because everybody goes out and goes partying and gets concentrated on the partying aspect and not...
Try to get the real thing.
Right, yeah, exactly. Yeah, they want to be kissing or fucking at the end of the top of the year. Yeah, so it's New Year's Eve, Christmas Day, Independence Day, Thanksgiving Day, New Year's Day, Easter Sunday. Easter Sunday doesn't get a break, man. Only 8% drop. That's kind of strange. St. Patrick's Day. What day of... This isn't really a holiday traffic sort of thing, but Black Friday, and actually there's an increase in traffic. Yeah, 5% increase. including Veterans Day, Good Friday, and Valentine's Day, and Labor Day. All of those days have increases in their in the porn activities. And that, sir, is the end of what I have for us.
Oh.
Yes, sir. That is the statistics from Pornhub.com for the year 2017. So that was just last year, which is great. So,
well, I guess we got one more thing to do.
Yeah,
we could do the.
Hang on a second here. I thought we had. Something else.
Yeah, the top 10 most important things in life. That's still on the docket.
Oh yeah. Okay, we can do that one.
All right.
Oh,
Well, would you look at that?
son of a.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the climax of another hard episode of the Jeff and Dan Show. But first, we would like to thank our producers, Ron and Jeremy. Thanks, guys, for hanging out with us and doing a terrific job here tonight. And a special thanks to all of you folks for visiting us, listening to our show. We hope you were entertained, informed, and we hope you got a couple of really big chuckles out of all of this. Let us know what you thought of the show. Please drop us a line. Our address is P.O. Box 420, Dillsburg, PA 17019, or send us an email, jeffanddan@jeffanddan.com. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to go. But worry not. We'll be back together again next week, Wednesday, 7 o'clock, jeffanddan.com. It's time to get out of here, peeps, so have a good night and a great week. And cut.
All right, now we can go jack off.